Welcome back. Thousands of area school kids went back to school this week, and thousands more will return over the next several weeks. And organizing expert MaryJo Monroe says now is the perfect time to reset your systems for fall. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so yes, the morning routine for families suddenly looks a lot different. How can we adjust?
Yes, well, I mean, those mornings can be so exciting to go back to school, but so stressful. So I think one of the first areas to start is that morning routine. You don't want to have to be the parent who's like telling your child every single task to do every single morning.
Yeah.
So I always encourage parents to just go ahead, type out the list, frame it behind glass, and then kids can use a dry erase pen to mark off the tasks as they do them.
I love that. And then getting out the door itself can also be a challenge, especially if you've got several kids to deal with. So what's your suggestion there?
So here the key is an alarm clock, or it could be, a clock on Alexa or your kitchen stove. But the key is to set that for about 5 minutes before it's time to head out the door. You want a really loud alarm. And then when kids hear that 5-minute alarm, they know, okay, that means drop everything, go put the shoes on, go put the coat on, grab the backpack, grab the lunchbox, head out to the
Yeah, this is it.
This is it.
Okay, let's talk about paper because, even though we live in a digital world, kids still come home with a lot of paper.
They do, especially younger kids, right? So one of the new habits to start with them this year after school is when they get home, teach them to unload all those papers out of their backpack, and they can put it in one of these paper sorters. And if you have 3 kids, you could each give them one of their own little paper sorters. But then that way there's a place for like all those permission slips, field trip slips, notes from the teacher to go, schoolwork that the kids want you to look at. Gets
Perfect.
it out of the backpack.
Yeah, it's a good routine as well. First thing you do when you get home, put it in the slot and parents can go through it. Yep.
And then if they have artwork, it can go in one of these bigger scrapbook bins.
Nice.
Because, they're a little bit oversized, so they hold that bigger artwork.
Yeah, love that. Okay, and homework, the dreaded evening task.
Yes.
What do you do to get them to actually do it?
Well, right. A little bit of prayer, a little bit of magic. But also, it's good to think about like where the kids are going to do homework and to set up some sort of a quiet place for them. So one of the things that we have found works really well is to institute what we call family-wide quiet hours. So this means that while the kids are doing homework, nobody else is playing loud video games or watching TV because it's kind of a bummer to get into homework when you hear other people having fun in the house.
Sure, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
And then you also suggest having a designated place for each kid to be, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. So younger kids might want to be where mom and dad is. So that might mean setting them up at the kitchen counter or at the kitchen table, versus older kids might want someplace quieter, like their room, with a door that they can close.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Any other tips for homework? What else have you got for us?
Well, the other thing about homework is to think about where is it and what is it? So one of the ideas is when you have younger kids, you can have them just clip their homework to a clipboard, and you can give each kid their own clipboard. You can put their name on it, and this could go just on a hook on the wall, so then that way everyone can keep track of what the homework is, has it actually been done? Or if you have older kids, you can use something like these vertical dividers. And the nice thing about these is if your kid's older and is like reading a book for school, this will hold the homework and all those books or textbooks too.
Love that. Any other pieces of wisdom?
Okay, one last piece of wisdom. I do have one, which is just a reminder that those first 2 weeks of school, everyone is just so tired. So it's really important to prioritize sleep, which might mean cutting back on after-school activities, weekend activities, just until everyone gets used to that super early wake-up call.
That's such a good suggestion because, yes, things are different, so we need to fill the evenings with activities as well for a little bit.
Ease up to it as much as you can. Yeah.
Okay, you can do this for people. So how can people schedule an organizing session with you?
Yeah, so they can go to our website at respacedpdx.com, or they can find me for organizing tips at respacedpdx.
Perfect. Always love having you here, hearing these great suggestions.
You.
Thank you.